Behold an open door. Let's step forward and see what's outside. Outside a street of severely plain houses, like unsmiling Puritan faces. True, it's early morning, but even later in the day this place is pretty dead. And yet, a few decades ago, it had more than 30 businesses serving the farmers around. Now, effectively, there isn't one. Ah, well, you can't stand in the way of progress, as the specialist said to the cancer patient who'd come expecting treatment. When I tried to film this some days ago, there were so many cars I had to stop, and that about sums up this place. Empty houses and continuous cars. It's more than merely terrifying that after so many decades of warning about what we are doing to our life support system by pouring out carbon into the air, people still get in their cars to go into the country to park up for a country walk. And I can't help observing as they pass me by that they look like dead codfish in glass bowls. And they think that their car protects them from the wild weather. But the thing that protects them from the wild weather is the thing that is causing it. Anyway, it's cheating. All real walking is door walking. That is, walking from your door. Remember the Tolkien poem? The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone, and I must follow if I can, pursuing it with eager feet until it joins some larger way, where many paths and errands meet, and whither then I cannot say. The purpose of this video is to introduce a series of videos which I entitle Walking in the Dale, Looking at Ordinary Things. Ordinary things. So here you will find nothing sensational or spectacular or extreme. No suburban landscapes of great rocky mountains, beetling cliffs, gorges, canyons, chasms, earthquakes, volcanoes. How can I call those suburban? Easy. I'll tell you a little story. Years ago, I was driving on a mountain road. The car turns a corner, the road falls away on one side, there's a valley, and across the valley there is a great tumble of hot red and brown hills. I go ooh, or words to that effect, in the conventional and appropriate way, and turn to glance at my companion, who has also expressed his approval. But I see that he's not looking where I'm looking. He's looking where, on one of the slopes, there is a vivid green square where someone has a vegetable garden. Now, which one of us is the sentimental stupid, and which one of us is the realist? Real people love real land. Real land is the land that gives you life. And that reminds me of the appalling and psychotic slogan of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. Giving nature a home. Giving nature a home. How has man so swiftly got so lost to his sanity? Patronising the planet. Each video consists of snippets, which are just run together without any formal connector. And since I am not a psychotic attention seeker, and I'm not the hero of these films, you will not see my face. Well, you wouldn't want to anyway. The hero of the films has just walked away. The videos are no good unless they're watched in high definition. They may be no good anyway, but certainly they're no good unless they're watched in high definition. I don't understand enough about YouTube to know why I can't get them to, when I can't upload them to be automatically shown in high definition. What you have to do is, there's a little on the bottom left of the YouTube screen, there's a little symbol, looks like a cog. You click on it, up come some choices. You click on quality, up come some choices, and you click on the top one, which is the high definition, the correct high definition one. What follows this little introduction is just a little taster, and there's no sound, because when I filmed it, the wind was so whistling that I had to turn the sound down. Well, I hope you enjoy. Look at those oak trees standing against that silver grass, and the sunlit slopes beyond. What a picture that makes. What a beautiful picture that makes. Sunlit, silver and dark, and the thrush serenading, or showing off, and the sheep wanting their breakfast, and the peace of it, and the quiet of it. What a lovely spot this is. And the hills, even the hills are looking benign, with their red bracken waiting to turn green. Look at the camera, there's a good boy. Is that nobility? Oh, it is. It's tremendous nobility. I do like your top knot. It's a height of fashion. You should see them parading down Mayfair. Hey? Psst. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, I say. Not only are you shy, you got no damn manners. There we go. Just don't take a nip, because it's not grass. I think that's probably enough. Well, it don't look much, but if that is there, that has got to be walked. It goes up to the sky, and you want to know, you must know, you must find out what lies beyond. An assemblage of wise grey heads solemnly asleep, and a blue sky with puffing white clouds. Spring is awaited. So I hope you can see from these snippets that ordinary things can be worth looking at. Richard Jefferies writes in one of his essays about Mr. and Mrs. Bungalow that they can see a great deal in Paris, but nothing in an English meadow. Well, we'll try and see what we can see in an English meadow, though not as much as Richard Jefferies could see, not by a great deal. Mr. and Mrs. Bungalow's father confessor, Mr. Scientist, has seen to that. But he hasn't yet quite destroyed the life of England. There are bits left, a few foxgloves, meadowsweet, and some bumblebees and buttercups. Now, down there is an ordinary thing that one doesn't want to see. Litter. Excuse me while I bend down and pick it up, and at the same time I might as well apologise for all my deep breathing and groaning. While we wait for the poisoning car. This is an MP asking his constituents what their concerns are. Where are we? Roads and cleanliness, traffic and transport, crime and policing. Oh, what a stink of exhaust come out of that car. Health services, other issues. That reminds me of the story of the captain and the little boy. Same little boy, by the way, who had the conversation with the king about a new suit. The captain was asking the passengers how he could improve their voyaging experience. Were they happy with the cleanliness of the rooms and the passageways? Was the food all right and the booze all right? Do they want more games on the deck, better shows, different shows, films? How could he improve the voyage? How could he improve their pleasure? And a little boy put up his hand. The captain says, "Well, my little man, what can I do for you?" And the little boy says, "But isn't the ship sinking?"